Hello everyone, this is Saulius Plays Feed the Beast 1.2.5 SSP Insanity Mode. Now for those who know this map, you know that it is a challenge map, a really ancient challenge map, but I like the retro feel of the games, so I will be playing this. What's in these bags, you might ask? You will see this quite a bit later. So there are a few rules behind this door, so just let's go. When we click the button, this one will open. So we cannot take or destroy any blocks from here. We cannot destroy any blocks from the monument, which I will show you in a minute. When we die, there is a room upstairs, but that's only if you die in the beginning. For timed runs, which I'm not going to do, in the top left corner there is a clock. And to start, we just right click here. So, as I said, this is an ancient version, it's 1.2.5 of Minecraft. It's really old. For some reason I already had a zombie. So some mechanics that you might be used to are not quite here yet. This is a heavily modded pack, and I'm just playing already. You will see why I place the water downstairs. So this is the monument, this is the beast, which we have to feed. Every hole that you can see is a separate challenge, and on the inside where you see the golden throne there is a description, well, the placard and the color that we have to use. But as you can see, it's still quite a distance off, so we will have to see to get there. I don't remember, I don't think I need it here. So when you right click with the Philosopher's Stone, which is the pink orb, you can change the make of some locks, and if you shift right click it changes as well. Now depending on, so this is grass, so that's good. You will probably see me destroy some type of block in the future. So I place my birch already in the hopes that it will grow without the bone meal, so that I can save the bone meal for later. Now let's take a leisurely swim downstairs, and you will see why I had to go down. So without dying, we will visit here a few times. If I play to win, I usually get my first challenge within the first hour, but I'm going to try and play a bit casual, so it might take a tiny bit longer. This is one of the maps that got me into playing Minecraft, or into modded Minecraft at least. At that point in time, it was still done by Direwolf 20, and Pahimar, and a bunch of other streamers, including Eloram, Florastar, and then some. I still sometimes watch their stream. I might need to understand what I'll be doing. So while we are climbing, which takes a tiny minute I think, let's talk a bit about the map. Nowadays when you do a skyblock you have a quest book, and in the quest book you are gated uh, purely by completing the quests. Here they did it in a slightly different fashion. This was the early days of modding, or at least of such complex modding. And what they did, they gated the items based on the items that you could have. So at the moment we do have obsidian, we have wood, we have some mushrooms, lava, water, and a bit of sand, and a sign, which is just for the EMC value later on. Um, and you can, through the power of transmutation and EMC, you can continue up until a certain point. You have to know which items to transmute, such as iron can go into gold, and back again, obviously. And then gold can go into diamond, if I remember correctly, I think so. And there is also a way to get redstone, which is still kind of difficult. Our tree hasn't grown yet, which is a bit sad. So now we have to decide if we use the bone meal or not. If I use one obsidian, the dark matter pickaxe is good enough to get my obsidian back. And I could transmute the sand to get myself a small platform. So I'm going to try and do this because I need some space to make a working cobblestone generator. So if I have grass and I right click, it will give me dirt. Or if I have grass and I right click, it will give me sand, I should say. Now I think I misplaced that one to be completely safe. I would have to place it here. If I put my lava source here, it should give the cobblestone there, I think. It would be a really short show if it doesn't work out like that. I'm going to try it. So, yeah, cobblestone. Now, hopefully it keeps working. It does. So this is the nitty-gritty grindy part in the beginning of this mod pack. But our tree has grown, which might speed it up a tiny bit. So I'm first going to chop it down already. Yeah, I'm going to chop this one down, or at least a few blocks, and build myself a small platform around it to catch the saplings. You may notice that I'm not using slabs. That's because in 1.2.5 building with slabs was annoying, or so I find. Even if it would be a tiny bit more economical to do it. So this might be kind of dangerous, since the lava source is just there. But it should just work out. We can always put out the fire manually. Now let's hope that the only sapling that might drop doesn't drop into the lava. Got it. Perfect. So if we have 2 saplings, that would be even better. I still have 1 more dirt in my inventory. And I have 3 more planks, blocks of wood. I'm sorry. No such luck. Oh no, I do have a second one. Perfect. So let's see if we can expand our platform a tiny bit. And then we can plant 2 birch trees. Store whatever we don't need at the moment. Do it like this. So now the idea is that soon I will be able to recover my obsidian, but I want to do it in as safe a way as possible. Not to say that there is a safe way and I still might lose it. Let's hope not. Ah, that's a shame. So the big issue with this cobble gen is that you lose quite a lot to the lava itself. But I'm getting a decent drop rate, so... So let's see. That should allow me to stand. Perfect, and if it keeps working. So the first part of the map is basically that you have to keep grinding a tiny bit until you have a tree that grows, stuff like that. There are a lot of mods in the pack that may not exist anymore or that were inspiration for current mods. Some mods do still exist, but have changed drastically. One of the mods that's in here is Equivalent Exchange, which has gotten a major upgrade. I don't think I've played the upgrade, but I know that it exists. You also have Red Power, which is now Project Red, which is basically a bunch of mods together that do give the same effect as Red Power 2, which is in this mod pack. So kudos to both the original mod creators as well as those that took up the projects or created new mods altogether. So I'm currently going for a stack of cobble just to have something to build with and maybe get my obsidian back, because I really don't want to lose it. I actually can't lose it. No. Can I? It would just set me back quite a bit. So my stack of cobble is complete. Let's dam in the lava. It's just too low. So if I were to fall now, I would lose this lovely pickaxe that was bestowed unto me by forces unknown. I also noticed that there is something wrong with my sound, as in there is no sound in Minecraft at the moment. I have no idea why, and I will try to fix it by next episode, but today I was really itching to start filming, which I did, obviously, otherwise I would not be here. So, down the stairs. Yeah, I can't do that. So this will take a long time for it to completely disappear. But at least now it's somewhat safe. So you will probably be seeing me do some really stupid things. Do leave a comment, have a laugh. As long as you're nice about it, I don't really care. Just don't be the mean guy. So, let's see if we can recover our obsidian without dying. Apparently not. Unless it's still... Nope. So we lost our obsidian, which in itself isn't too big of a deal. It's just a bit sad. We still have enough obsidian. Apparently not enough items was still not enabled. So this is not enough items. Most of you who have played mods will recognize this. So we needed the obsidian to make a transmutation tablet. And we need the 4 obsidian, which means that we won't have any obsidian left after we do it. But there are ways around it. You can make obsidian through a fearsome combination of lava and water, which we will do. Eventually we will have to, because we need the obsidian. And I just remembered that we will need to do it quickly. So 21 blocks is not enough to get us to the monument, as well as it's night, which would mean that monsters would spawn here. So I will be taking a few minutes to grind, and I will see you afterwards through the power of editing. So through the remainder of the night I have been digging lumps of gold, no, other song, and I have obtained some cobblestone. Should be enough to get us to the other side. In the meantime, I hope that our trees will keep on building. I usually make a 3-wide path here. Misclicked one block there. But I make it in several passes, because otherwise it just is too slow going. And if you run out, then you have to start mining again. And I usually just want to get the first time there. Now, to avoid going back and forth between the monument just to figure out which items I will have to make, I will share the link of the Minecraft forums if it's still active. I haven't checked yet. That I use, which contains all the items that you need to make, as well as the reward that it will give you. So, this is the beast, or the monument. Every plate, every sign has a color underneath. The color corresponds to this one. So, where their story begins is the dark pinkish, purplish, I'm a man, don't blame me, which is this one. And we are currently in the white one, which has a shit ton of energy, which you have to enter here. I never did it before. I'm not sure if we will make it. I will try to in any case. So you might notice that here it is a tiny bit more laggy. That's because of all the old mods that are doing stuff in the background. So the way it works, when you get the items for where the story begins, which are described here, and we will visit in a minute, you throw them in here, and internally there is a big computer that is storing and checking if everything is okay, and then in the corresponding part you get without falling, please, thank you very much. Oops, this is blood, sweat and tears. Let's have a check again. Ah, yeah, okay, so I might have missed the color. It might be that one. Blood, sweat and tears, that's... Yeah, okay, so it's 2 up. As you can see, our birch has grown. So this one is Redstone Paradise, which is the next to do. And this is where their story begins. So to make this, we need a screwdriver, which is a stick and some iron, the transmutation table, which I showed before, auto-crafting and project table, which are alternatives to crafting, stone bowl, iron chest, which is I think 8 iron around the chest, a scoop which is some wool which we don't have yet. I don't remember. The easiest way I think is with string. You just need one wool. 4 torches and a block of jungle wood, but we have the jungle tree, so that will work out just fine. We're not quite there yet. We're about halfway in my usual timing for this challenge, and where their story begins will reward you with some redstone. Now, once you get a reward, you have to teach it to your transmutation table as quickly as possible, because it's the only time you get it. You can't re-get it afterwards, and if you lose it, you're kind of screwed, usually. You can probably cheat it in, but let's try not to do that. So, let's get to business, shall we? We have a nice tree here. And no axe, because we're not going to be doing this too long, I think. We might, it's a decent source of EMC. And early game, that is quite important, but there is a better way as soon as we have our transmutation table. So, let's make a crafting table. And as you see, I was trying to use maybe modded, maybe new vanilla mechanic to drag it, and it doesn't work. Let's keep it down here, just to keep it smallish. The furnace as well, let's put it there. And then I might be able to do charcoal should work for the moment. And do a new one. Then with the charcoal I will be making stone. I will make 8 stone to not waste anything. Then with the obsidian and the philosopher's stone I will get the transmutation table, and that should speed things up considerably. If only we got a new sapling, that would be nice. Not that we need it, really need it anymore. Ah, there we have one. So I'm going to make just one. I might use the other one for torches. So we're going to need that, this, that one. That's some easy food. So the ender pouches, they store a lot of things, but in this case they store a lot of the same type. 5 different same types, but still the same type. And you will see soon enough what's in there. So if we have 4, that's enough. So the shift click doesn't work yet, you have to still do it manually, or it doesn't work if you have stackable, unstackable items, as you can see, but it still shows you a shade of what you need. So this is one of the items that we would need, but we can't make it again because we don't have obsidian yet, but we will get there. I'm going to cough for a minute, my apologies. So when you have the transmutation table, you can put it down wherever you want. Put it in some central location. Somewhat central location. I'm going to put it there. And then you can just teach it. And I don't know where all my... I just put it in here. And then you just throw in whatever you have, and you will teach it, so it says learned, and now I can get out cobblestone, When I put in stone, you can see that now there's stone and cobblestone. You have an EMC cost. Sticks, I have an EMC value of 4, which means that for every stick I put in, I can get out 4 stone. Torches, EMC 9, because you also use coal for those. Sign is quite a bit of wood. I don't generally teach it, because it will just pollute my transmutation table. But if it's just a sign, I don't really care. Planks, sapling, really important. Put in the saplings, because you really need them. But around 32 or 64, there are a lot of items that have that value, so don't put in too much, because you might over pollute your transmutation table, and then you can't get lower than 32 if you screw up. Bone meal, really important to put in. You'll see in a second why that is. I'm going to take out a few planks. Another tree has grown, which is amazing. Bowls. Mushroom stew. As you saw, that's quite a lot of EMC. Just put it in, and then you have food for days. Talking about food for days, let's eat a bit. It's a great health restorative. Put it in, doesn't really matter. It's low enough EMC value as is. I'm going to quickly make an axe just for my tree, and I'll be doing some structural work. But first I will be back in a minute. So apparently I got a bit distracted, forgot to put my sound back on to my microphone, so I am doing this part as a voiceover. Uh, I'm not even looking ahead to see what I forgot. I already know that for the second episode a big part of it has muted sound as well, so I'm sorry for that. You will have a voiceover there as well. Here I just thought the transmutation tablet, the birch wood, which will come in handy later when we start our EMC farm, or EMC generation based on wood in any case. I can't remember for the life of me what I was saying there, probably something useless just to fill the time. As you can see, I'm lighting everything up, because you wouldn't want a creeper spawning out of the blue and remove everything that you've worked for up until that point. That would really suck. And I mean really suck. So I'm fishing for saplings here, just to get a tiny bit more EMC. Thank you for watching Saulius plays Feed the Beast Survival Single Player, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.